Hello, it's Kara from the Hooting Pirate, and today I'm going to do something a little different. It's not really like a planner. It's for my planner, but it's not like planner pages or planner spread or planner accessory. It's actually an insert that I'm going to make, sort of a place where I can brainstorm, or if I have any ideas, I want to jot them down. Kind of smash booky, but it's just going to be in my planner for me to have handy if I want to jot down any ideas or something. So these are the pattern papers that I'm going to use, and then this is from Simple Stories, and it's got this great confetti on the back. Then I'm going to cut this one up, actually I've done it already, and use some of these pieces. And this is We Are Memory Keepers, and it's Honey, I'm Home. I like this one, and oh, it's got like bow tie pasta on the back. And then next is this nice floral from Dear Lizzy's Saturday collection. It's just the Uptown paper. I love these flowers. And then on the back, we've got this nice green stripe. And last, we have a floral from the Maggie Holmes Gather collection. This is so sweet. And on the back, this is green, kind of geometric. Now, the papers I've chosen all have sort of like a light color on one side at least, or something that I can write on or have something to put onto. So what I've done is I've cut them down, and I've cut this one down sort of vertically, and then I folded it. So we'll see why in a second. This one I've done this way, and then I've got that green one, a couple green ones. This one I'm going to use as the cover, and then I took two of the cardstocks. Oh, and there's a Project Life card. So I've got white and pink this is from the paper kit. So I'm just going to mix these up. And it's going to end up being a booklet. I've cut them down so that when I fold it, it's going to be A5. And I'm going to stitch down the middle. I've got some die cuts here that I'm going to use to decorate after I put it together. I love these little light bulbs. They're so cute. So I thought that was good for, for an idea book. Then, like I said, I have some Project Life cards. So I've got 4 here. So this one I'm actually going to tape on later. And I'm going to show you different ways to attach them, but I'll show you that in a second. I really like this one. Yes, you can. And then this is kind of like geometric confetti. I don't know. It's really cool. I really like that. And then this one has like lines on one side and then houses over here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to mix and match all these together. And then I'm going to stitch down the middle to make sort of a booklet. So I want this one in the middle. And I'm going to actually stitch it about there so that it will be a page on its own. Then I'm going to add some more as we go through, but I have this folded. A trick before I start showing how I'm going to put this together is what I do is I take the middle page and I fold it in half. And then if I fold it completely, like line it up, that is the center right there. I don't have to measure, I don't have to do anything. That's the center of my book. So when I fold it all together, it's going to be, I've got it stitched down the middle, the proper middle. So I'm going to stitch that one there. Then this one, this is a little long. I didn't want to trim it. It's actually going to stick out. And I folded this one so I know where to line it up. Then this one, let's just take this off for now. This one, I didn't actually stitch it yet. So what I'm going to do, actually I want it to go that way, so when I open it, this is going to be facing this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take some washi tape, and I'm going to tape it down. And because I've got these lines from the green, I can sort of get it pretty straight. So this washi tape isn't going to stay, so I might just put it on my hand, so take a little bit of the sticky off. And then I'm going to stick it down so that the paper won't move, and it'll be in the spot where I want it to be when it comes time to stitch it. So that's about the middle. So this one is just going to be a little, oh, I didn't put that on my skin. This side is just going to be a little tab that's going to stick out into the page. All right. And then next, this one I have folded. So I only folded the middle one, but I think what I might do is fold all of them so that this one will line up, or at least this one, because I want it to be straight. I want it to be in the middle. And what I've done is I folded it so that this side will have lines and this side will just have the houses, and then I can write or draw or do whatever with that. So that way I know where the middle is. And you know what? Because this is so small, I might just do both methods and add a little bit of washi just so that doesn't slip around. Because it's kind of hard to get from, you know, one table to the sewing machine and back without it moving around. So that's just kind of insurance to make sure it doesn't move around. And then last was this one. And I've got this one so that this is one page. And you'll see those. They won't be together because they'll be on the back side of this. So, and that's fine because it's right on the fold and it's the exact same height as the pages. So now this one I'm going to tape on after. So now I'm going to line them all up. Get my folds together. This one's probably going to be okay because it's up to the edge. And then that one, I'm going to actually, I can hold that one because I'm stitching it. So I don't need to tape it. I could tape it, but I think I'll just hold it. All right, I'm going to head to the sewing machine. I'm just going to stitch right down the middle and I'll be right back to show you how that turned out. Hi, I'm back from the sewing machine and all I did was follow the fold that I made in the middle one to stitch, but then when I got to the Project Life card, I couldn't see the fold anymore. So I actually followed a line that happened to line up with my foot of my sewing machine. So what you could do is actually make a fold so you can see, or make a pencil line, or line it up so make sure that you have a line on your foot so that you can make a straight stitch. So I'm just going to take off these little tails. I did back stitch it, so I'm going to cut off these little tails. Then I'm just going to fold everything in. I like to go from the middle, especially when it's thick paper like this, so that you don't get, sometimes if you just fold it in half, it doesn't line up on the seam and it can be, it's hard to come back from. So I don't mind taking the time to actually fold it up right. And I did notice when I was stitching, I don't know if I cut, I don't know how well I cut these pages. That's okay. I can always trim them back later. So I'm going to go one side and then the other of the same paper. You can see the ones that were already folded. You can see I didn't line that up very well. That's cut them the same, but that's okay. And so here we come to the first washi tape. So that just lifts right off because I had touched it to my skin. Sometimes it depends on the brand, depends on the tape. Some will stick to pretty much anything and not come off, and some of them will actually come up off of your whatever you're working on before you finish your project. So, but this one seems to stick pretty good. Actually, this almost too good, so that's why I put it on my skin first. Yeah, there we go. Almost to the end. That one was already folded, and then the cover. Yeah, see, and then sometimes when you do make books like this, see that this is what happens if you don't fold it right, and it's hard to come back from it. I think it's just because some pages are thicker on one side than they are on the other. There. So then I find this happens if you use thicker paper. The pages closest to the front will look shorter because they've got more, took more paper over in this end to fold. So what I'll do is I'll trim that down on my trimmer just to make a straight edge, and then I'll have to be careful of this guy sticking out. And then if you look on the other side, it's the same. You've got sort of like a stair steps. So I'm going to go trim that off so you don't have to watch me do that, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I've trimmed it. It actually was a little bit more difficult. I'll show you what I ended up doing because of this little piece sticking out. I lined it up and I could see the pages that were sticking out. I lined it up in my trimmer, then I lifted that up, held it so these didn't move, put it down, sliced it, and then I did the same thing upside down, lined it up, moved this over, cut that way. Yeah, I actually had to make it kind of smaller, just a little bit, because I didn't get my cut straight, but that's okay. I'm a little bit of a perfectionist, sorry, I need to cough. Okay, so I'm just going to decorate it up for you. Oh, and I also rounded the corners. So I have this card. I think I'm going to put that on the inside. I was going to put it on the outside, but I think I'm going to keep it for the inside. because I like these little light bulbs and I want to write ideas because it's like my idea. Maybe have them floating up. That might be cute. So let me grab some adhesive. Let's put the letters down. I grabbed these letter stickers. They're from Simple Stories, and I just want to write ideas. But we're going to start from the right hand side, because you know what we're going to do? Because that looks a little sad. Let's do this. Let's add a little strip of washi just to sort of base the letters on. And when I spell backwards, I can't get that middle out. I have to just always double check that I'm spelling it right. I'm not one of the. You know when you had a kid and you had to, you'd have all the different letters from a word and you had to put them in order. I could never get them right. I always had to double check. It was hard for me to see the words when they were jumbled up. Okay, and now we're just going to add these little light bulbs. Floating light bulbs. And this is going to be my little brainstorming idea book. Things come to me. There. And then I saw this, make it happen. That just seems like it has to go. It has to go with ideas. Yeah, I think I like it like that. There. So that's our cover. Nice and simple, kind of flat, so it doesn't take up a lot of room in the planner, in my story. So let's just have a flip through, and then I will add this tip in when we get there. I wanted to add also a rub-on onto sort of a blank. Okay, so I added the rub-on. The camera just sort of decided to turn off all by itself. So I added the rub-on, and then I noticed that I put this flower paper in upside down, but that's okay. And we have another little card in here and a blank paper. I think this would be a good place. Actually, I'm going to put it on this one because this is smoother, so I can sketch or write or whatever. And this is like the Hachi textured paper, so I'm going to just put a house here. So yeah, there we go. It's cute, cute, cute. And then we have the. I don't like the. I think maybe I'll put this here because that'll be neat. Oh no, it's the same height. No, I think we'll wait and put it somewhere else. That actually, I might fold that in. That would be cute. Let's do that. So we have like a little Debbie Shoe-ish little flat. Another place to put stuff. And then this is our center. All right, let's put this flower on the back of this one. I like this flower. Of course, you can add as much or as little decoration as you like. And then what I want to do is I'm going to add it here. Now, as a tip in. Now, I like this washi a lot, but it's not wide enough, I find. When you're doing a tip in, you want something that's actually wide. It's actually going to hold down on both sides. Let's do it on this side. I'm just going to put it up here because I like this. I like that. I don't want to, yeah, I just like it like that. Save that. And then one more page. This one, still not quite right. And that's it. Nice little inspiration book for your traveler's notebook. Have a good day.